Okay. I need to finally put that over there. Can you see me? Because if you can't, this is all for nothing. Can you see me? Probably not, huh? This should be good. Yeah. If I don't do this now, I'm afraid I'm not gonna, okay? It is a week after, and I just have not had the energy, the mental capacity to like talk about it. And I wanted to kind of chit chat, talk about it a little bit, and go through like the stuff that I got from, so that I can put the shit away, because it's been sitting here for like a week and it's driving me nuts. I need to put it up and get this off of here, but I didn't want to put it away without like doing this. So here goes. I hope it's really not too dark, but I also like don't want to get up and turn the light on. Should I? No, you can see me. Okay.
Why? All I had to do was get up and turn on the light. You know what? We'll get back to that. Let's go back to how we even got here. Let's see what was going on over the summer.
I checked 2 things off of my like dream list. I'm trying to get away from saying bucket list because something about that just doesn't feel right to me currently. So it is a bucket list, but also like, no, this is a dream list. Okay, pause. Hey you. It's been a while, I know. But things are happening today and right now in this week. Let me explain. I'm going on a trip. Not a huge trip, just, you know, a little like long weekend trip that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and I'm finally doing it. I'm so excited. I'm actually not leaving until tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, but it's a road trip and it's up north and it's in Cali and there will be grapes. There will be grapes. I'm so excited. So I was actually supposed to be at brunch today so that I could kind of like chill, pre-road trip celebration, hash out any last minute details, but I didn't go to sleep till like after 1:30 yesterday, last night. So I'm still here. I'm taking my sweet precious time because I just want to go at my pace. I don't want to have to like rush and like get ready. And I did a lot of stuff last night and I still have a lot of stuff to do right now, today. And I just don't want to rush to be at brunch super early across town and for me to like that's it, like I'm not coming back home. Like I'm not ready for that. So skip. But yeah, I am getting ready to go run a few errands and pack my car, all that fun stuff. But yeah. Anyways, I don't even know. I'm wasting space right now. I just wanted to let you know that this is the beginning of a road trip, and it's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait, and I'm so excited, okay? All right, bye. Just like, girl, you're gonna go all the way somewhere to just like get litty and drink wine. And it just didn't, it seemed like too far out of the way of like my typical goals and like things that I wanted to like accomplish. And then with me doing this like IVF shit throughout the year sporadically, like sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm not, and it's like sometimes I'm drinking a little bit and sometimes I'm not. It was just like really hard. But then I was like, you know what? At the beginning of this year, I think I was like, I want to stop talking about it and I want to start doing it. So I can plan until I'm blue in the face. I can talk about it until I'm blue in the face, but just book it, bitch. Book it. So I did. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to like pause everything else because I booked a trip. Either I'm going through like an IVF cycle right now, and either I'm gonna go and need it because it didn't work and I just need like a break and some, just to like clear my mind and have a good time and have lots of wine, or I'm gonna go and it'll be the funniest shit ever that I planned this trip to go to Napa Valley and I can't drink because I'm pregnant, or you know, so it was just like, it's either gonna be this or that, but I'm going. And sure enough, I went and was able to enjoy all the things that I needed to enjoy because they cut my ass off temporarily. I'm going back, but they're like, you know, you need a break. Even though we said don't take any more breaks, you need a break. So I was like, all right, say less. I'm going to chill, recoup, recal, go to Napa, have a blast, come back down. So that's what I did. The hotel that I stayed at was amazing. It wasn't like high-end or luxury, but also it was the epitome of service. Like, so first of all, let me just say, I stayed at the Napa River Inn, which is a super vintage hotel. It used to be a mill, and the guy, I don't know his name, but the guy, that last name, his name is Hatt, H-A-T-T. He like bought the mill for, what was it, $1 or some shit back in the day? I'm pretty sure I read it was like $1. Google it. And he like turned the mill, and it's huge. It's like several buildings along the river. What river though? Is it just called Napa Valley River? No, it can't be. I'm gonna have to look up and see what the river is called. Turn different sections into like different things, and then throughout time it turned into a hotel and restaurant and blah 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 blah. So our hotel was in this old mill off of the river, and it was super centrally located to like downtown, so, and super walkable. So we often walked to like a restaurant or to like a bakery, to the, what do you call like a chocolatier, like a chocolate shop, candy shop, chocolate shop. You could walk to the river. We walked down like into downtown and did dinner somewhere else.
We ended up going to this restaurant called the Celadon. Ugh, such a vibe. Like, I just want to, like, maybe not work here, but I want to live here in the Celadon. It's part of the mill. There's an outdoor area. Well, it's kind of like indoor outdoor. And then there's an indoor area that's more like formal. We sat out in the outdoor indoor area, and it was just so nice. They have a fireplace inside, and it was just straight out of a movie that I would watch over and over. The food was good. The drinks were good. Yum. That was like a pear martini or something. I don't know. I barely ate. However, the calamari was amazing. This was after dinner on the first night, not at the Celadon. We actually went to like the Blue Water Grill the first night, and the food was like subpar. It was just okay. Drinks were good, but you know, it was cold on the river. Took a bit of a walk after, but on the first night, I didn't want to go too far. But here's this beautiful Wells Fargo building. I have a thing for old like buildings, and I love this. I just thought it was so pretty. Back at the hotel slash vibey area, here's some pictures in the daytime from the courtyard. The river's all around the hotel. This narrating shit, you guys, is really, really difficult. This is like my 115th take. So if it seems like I'm kind of like frazzled, it's because I am. I'm on a new mic. This is hard. But anyways, Oh, and then part of the whole silo thing is the sweets shop. So good. They serve, of course, custom sweets, ice creams, and wine. Everybody sells wine. The library sells wine. It's amazing. Napa is like not a real place. You know how they say Atlanta is not a real place? I believe them, but also Napa is not a real place. Like everywhere there are things to be sold or things to be grown, you can bet that there's going to be wine and wine grapes being grown. Like everybody grows wine grapes. The hotels, everybody. If there's a patch of dirt, there's wine grapes growing out of it. Oh, the wine train. Okay. Man, I'm out of breath. This video is going so quickly. So the next day, we had reservations to be on the Napa wine train, which takes you on the tour throughout downtown-ish Napa, through all of the vineyards. When I tell you it was amazing, it was like strolling through like celebrity vineyards, like Robert Mondavi, the Sutter Home Estate. I mean, amazing. It was so cool to see. I wanted to get let off the train and explore every winemaker that I knew about. And I wish I would have gotten more footage of each of the like household names that everybody knows, but my back was facing towards like I really couldn't see what was coming until it was too late. And really all of the celebrity vineyards were on the other side of the train. So it was a whole thing. But yeah, I think in one of these you will see Robert Mondavi, and their vineyard was under construction, in the sense of like they're adding on a whole additional wing to their like estate. It's amazing. I'm definitely going to go back because there's so much to explore despite the town being so small. But yeah. Okay, so back to the wine train. You're on this train for like, I think it was 4 hours total. And you get champagne, you can get wine, coffee, tea. They serve a 3-course lunch or dinner, depending on the package that you buy. We wanted to do an earlier day tour just so that, I don't know, I wanted to kind of get it over with, but not have it take up my whole day. So we opted for the lunch special, and honestly that could have fooled me for dinner, because it was like appetizer, snack, drinks, main course, dessert, and vibey music. I mean, our host for this tour plugged in their phone and the playlist was amazing. But it wasn't just him. I found that everybody in Napa was on the same type of time as I was. I mean, just like soulful music. I mean, it goes perfectly with wine and relaxation. So I dig it. Wait, okay. So is Robert Mondavi coming up? I don't know. You'll just have to keep your eyes peeled. You will see the sign. Wait, is this it? No, this isn't it. But anyways, this is what a vineyard looks like. They look like little trees, and they're just all over. It's miles and miles and miles of vineyards. And this is just Napa Valley. We didn't even scratch the surface. Like there's Sonoma, which is a whole, is that it? I couldn't see what that sign said. But there's Sonoma, which is a whole other kind of like region. They make, I can't remember if Sonoma is red wine or white wine, and Napa is white wine or red wine. I don't know. But I mean, it's absolutely, there it is. Robert Mondavi. This whole area. And you see that like house way back there? They're like adding on to it. I wish you could see. I mean, it was just out of a movie. out of a movie. Anyway, yeah, so it's just this. And oftentimes you could see people picking, I don't know, tending to the fields, to the grapes, harvesting, even though like we came right before their harvesting season. And from the talk of the town, it was kind of like the weather that they had recently been experiencing was screwing up harvest season because it was making it cold or something. And I guess when it gets cold, it tricks the grapes into thinking, I don't know, but it was a big problem. So when we came, we brought the heat. I don't remember. Girl, this was months ago. This is what happens. When you take footage of an event, edit it immediately and don't screw around, because 3 months later, you don't remember really what was said and what was happening and all of this and all of that. I think it was that it was kind of like cold-ish. And they're like, no, this is freezing and it's screwing up our harvest. And it's usually like super hot and we don't like it. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because we were like, oh my God, it's beautiful. And they're like, no, this is dumb. Anyway, we enjoyed ourselves. It was just like a slow pace. As slow as this video is going, you'll like, this is what it's like being on the train. But we're going to speed it up a little bit so that we can get to it. As an aspiring gardener, it was so easy for me to just daydream that I owned one of these little bitty houses in the middle of all of these grapes. If you looked closely, you would be able to see like a fresh food garden, a small one close to the house in the middle of the vineyard. So a lot of people grew their own vegetables, and I'm just like, oh my God, I want this. Just like a little house in the middle of all this land, this fresh air, endless wine, and just, I don't know. I just wanted to get my hands and feet in this soil. Okay, so those trees that keep passing by, the trees and bushes, I don't know, it looks like weeds, just stuff on the side of the road. What's interesting is a lot of times you'll see some stray grapevines growing in the weeds, because I don't know how, but like, what do you call them? Like volunteers. So what happens is, like, if you have a garden and the wind blows or birds or the rain or whatever it is, like takes some seeds and moves it somewhere else, then like those seeds grow way over here. I think that's called a volunteer plant or seed. You could often see volunteer grapes from whoever's vineyard in the ditches and the trees and stuff. It's really interesting. Look at that old train station. That's kind of cool. Oh, an old train. And we were also on an old train. Napa Valley Railroad. Cute. See, like this house right here. Okay, maybe not that one. But, you know, a little something. That looks a little haunted. But like a little cute house. I don't need much. Mostly land so that I can just do miscellaneous shit like grow fruit trees and grapevines and cabbage and whatever else. Just joy. I really enjoyed this tour. So here's some footage on the train in the back. This is the kitchen where they cook everything. Obviously, Eric, that's what the fucking kitchen is supposed to be for. Anyways, the food was like, in my opinion, 3.5 stars. Is that low? 4. It was really good. Okay, immediately after the train, we went to a winery that I really, really, really wanted to go to. And it was this one. Oh my God. We went to the Housley Winery. Adam and Tamara Housley. And we freaking met them. We'll get to that. I'm going to tell the story at the end of this. Oh my God. And then after we went to their winery and bought a whole bunch of stuff, we walked down the sidewalk to their coffee house, and we had a drink there, and we met them again, and that was fucking crazy. Oh my God, I can't wait to tell you the story. You gotta wait to the end of this video, because I am going to continue unboxing and telling the story in the dark. Like, there's no way around it. I'm gonna have to do it. But yeah, their coffee shop is called the Barn House. They do like wine slushies and karaoke, and that was the best. Other alcohols, and we bought a bunch of shit there. And then the next day after that, we went to the Sequoia National Forest. Oh my God. On the way home, now I know it seems like we just were there for like 2 seconds. I assure you, this was like several days, but you know how editing goes and videos and voiceovers. This is really hard. So on the way back down south, home to Arizona, I was like, there's no way in hell that I'm driving 1,000,000 hours one way and I'm not stopping at my beloved Sequoia National Forest to meet the General Sherman and check this off my list. So that's what we did. I made sure of it, and I'm so glad, and I can't believe I was there. And I also drove all the way to the forest and all the way up the mountain. It was one of the scariest things that I've ever done, because this road is like super windy. It's one way up, one way down, and it takes you like 15 hours to get up there. And we were at like 7 or 8 or 9 or 10,000 above elevation. And it was just like, if you look over to the right out of the window, it's like cliff straight down. So scary. And I know it doesn't look like it's really small here, but it was like really thin. Oh my God, I was so scared. And I was driving a big SUV, and but I'm so proud of myself. I'm a G. I'm a fucking G. I did so good on this road trip. Tired? Yes. We'll get to that after. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to see, like, when we get up here, how beautiful it is. I'm geeked. Okay, let's get to it. It was crazy because, like, the farther up the mountain you got, the bigger the trees got. It was the freakiest shit ever to see. It was like traveling back in time, or like going through a time warp somehow. It's like the more you drove, the farther you went, the higher up, the bigger the trees got. And I swear, like, this is the weirdest thing. I keep saying this to everybody, but it was like, once you're around these trees, it's not eerie, but it's like, it gets quiet as fuck. It's still and quiet. And I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's like nature, like being respectful of these trees, if it's like elders, but it's just, you can feel the energy and it's quiet. I don't know how to explain it. Let's just keep watching. This is a little burnt because this is from the fires that happened a few years ago. But and they were actually saying, like, once you get up to the top and you went through the little museum, learn about the trees or whatever, it actually was like, yeah, there was a fire and it was pretty bad, but it's also like part of the life cycle of a tree, and it could be really good because it like clears out and it like encourages new seeds or some shit. I don't remember the science, but it was so cool and also shocking at the same time, because every time I hear of a tree catching on fire or getting cut down or anything like that, it just makes me really, really sad, because what the, you know. But it's like, I guess, you know, it happens, lightning strikes, and it like the cycle of life, whatever. I still don't like it, but I get it. So all these dead trees, like, I guess it's fine because it's going to make room for like little sprouts or whatever that are already happening. So but anyways, you see how big they're getting? They're like not only getting taller, but they're getting thicker, like bigger around. I swear, this is like the closest thing to a dinosaur, in my opinion. They're just magnificent. And like, I'm still in shock that I even got to see them. And I know you're like, bitch, it's just a tree. No, I love trees. I love nature. Like, this is amazing. These trees are like older than dirt, older than you and your grandma and your grandpa and your grandpa's grandpa. It's amazing. Just wait. I think we're almost getting to the good stuff. Yup. Oh, we're about to turn in. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you. This is going to be so good. Keep watching. Okay, let me just set the mood right now. I don't know. Well, hopefully it's been a long time. Well, I don't know. It doesn't have to be. Do you remember how excited you were to go on like a really good field trip? Like, it was an all day field trip where you had to like pack a lunch or have like $5 to buy a hot lunch, plus like some spending money for cool shit and souvenirs. But it was like, school today is field trip all day, and you went to like this awesome place. This is what this felt like for me in my big grown adult age, was going on the best field trip ever, and just being in awe and like being free from school or work or whatever the fuck, and just being with nature. Like, I get it. When people like move out of the city to be just in the wild, like, I get it now, because I felt like I was at home coming into this place. It smelled different. It felt different. It felt good, just like I thought it was. Now, weird fun fact about me, when I travel to different places, the first thing that like is on my mind the entire time leading up to it is how a place is going to smell, because like I'm obsessed with fresh air. I'm like obsessed with like natural smells, and I just could not wait to smell wood chips and pines and sequoia or whatever, and weeds and fresh air and dirt and squirrel shit, like whatever it is. Like, I just wanted to like be in it. And of course, like, being from the desert, I get so sick and tired of dry air. Like, it's just crispy. So anywhere else but here is going to have a different feel in the air. And it was so good. It was so beautiful. And again, like, even though this park is crawling with people, crawling with kids, just crawling with people, it is so peaceful. It's quiet. And I can't explain why or what it is, but it is just, what do you call it? Not not quite magical, not biblical, but there's just like a respect that is occurring when you're in a place like this. It's so amazing. If I could bottle it or like record the quiet and sleep to it every night, I would. And actually, you could probably hear the squirrels and the birds. Oh my God. Let me shut up so you can hear. But here's some pictures also. That's not Sherman, by the way. I would like to. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I like how quiet it is. It's just peaceful. Okay. Oh, no, that tree. We're gonna turn around right here. Well, I want to save some time to find Sherman. He was 2 more miles up.
That's the
Okay.
one, if I can touch it.
This is amazing. So beautiful. It's like less than 70 degrees out. Beautiful day. Oh, this is a dream come true. Oh, Bear Hill. This is where you find the good stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow.
I'm not gonna lie. On this little side hike that I decided to take in order to find this special treasure, I did start to panic a little bit because you may not be able to tell that this is a really, really steep trail. And I made a last minute decision to go up this trail because some people said that I could find the treasure at the top of this trail, and it wasn't that bad. Well, one person was saying, oh, it's not that bad. Everybody else was like, it's fucking bad. Like it was saying, it was written all over their face. But he's like, no, it's not that bad. And I was like, no, I can do it. I can do it. So I went up the trail on my own with no water, with no inhaler, and it was mad steep, and I started to panic because it was a little tough. Not hard, but more than I expected. And then it gets quiet and less people, and I'm like, fuck, I can't pass out because nobody would find me for a long time. And I got a little scared. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, because I was winded and I got scared. And yes, this tree is over the trail. I had to climb under. Scary. Who's gonna find me?
That's crazy.
Squirrels everywhere. Wow. That's cool. Keep going. Didn't find the treasure yet. But I am nervous. I think my nose is running, not necessarily because allergies were super crazy, not any more than they normally are, but because it was a little chilly. Not chilly, it was just cool, and the air is different, and my nose is a traitor on a regular basis. So that's why I keep sniffling. I didn't have anything with me but my cameras. No tissue, no inhaler, no water, nothing. But I definitely would do this again.
Oh. Ding ding.
That's what I hiked up there for. Look how big this thing is. Look, my head. I have a big head. And it's bigger than my head.
And back down we go.
Bitch could not breathe. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. For context. Oh my God. How amazing. All right, now we're gonna go see Sherman. An additional hike. What they don't tell you is that you gotta hike down to Sherman and you gotta hike out of that bitch. But look, oh my God, we did it.
That's Sherman, huh?
I'll point him out. Just hold on. This is not him. Just wait.
Well, they probably couldn't blankets wrapped around a little piece. I guess because if you can save the roots in the trunk.
What they make you do is they like make this trail to go like hike. I don't know how to explain it, but you have to hike down into this valley where he's at. And it's kind of like a swirl, like a spiral of a trail. There he is. Oh my God. Just majestic. Oh, okay. On the way closer to him. Look at this tree with this belly button. It was so cool. I call it a belly button because I don't want to think of it like a wart. Somebody was like, oh, it's pregnant. That's creepy. That's a belly button. Thanks. But it also kind of looks like a pregnant belly, which creeps me out now. What you'll see, if you can notice, is that some of these are like twins or triplet trees. And it's not to say that they grew multiple heads or like multiple trunks. It's like they grew separately originally, but they got so big and ran out of space that they collided and just ended up growing together, which is so cool. You'll see, I don't know if we passed it already or not, but there's a triplets, which is really cool. And there's several twins. That's the twins. See, like it didn't originally grow like that. They were two separate trees and came together and grew together. That is Sherman. I'm trying to get a good angle with the people out of the way, but it was hard because, like I said, this area is crawling. He is the celebrity. It was so cool. You know how I like to name all of my plants and I consider everything to have a personality. So honestly, I was a bit starstruck meeting General Sherman. He's like my hero. I mean, fuck. And I didn't even know, but he's still growing. He's not even as big as he's gonna get. He is still growing quickly. And these bitches, they drink a lot of water. I was trying to listen to the park ranger, but everybody was talking or whatever. And I can't remember what he said. But each tree, I don't even say each tree. But Sherman, at least, he drinks like 1,000,000 tons of water every day. Can you imagine? Where's that water coming from? The mountain? He drinks a lot. There's the triplets back there.
Why is this tree here? Why is the world's largest tree right here? Long story short, we have a perfect environment for it here. Combine that with a tree that lives for a really long time and a tree that grows really fast. You have the General Sherman. So this tree is in the perfect place. What does it need to be in the perfect sunlight? Mostly blue skies here all summer. Most of the precipitation comes in the winter. So that will fall in the mountains, and all summer that stuff is draining down through our porous soil here. You'll also notice we're in a bit of a bowl here. You see this shape?
So, okay, the first night got our stuff up to the room, got settled, got checked in, got the lay of the land, how everything works, got dressed, walked down to Handmaid's Tale. I'm butchering this. This is why I should have did this earlier. The waterfront? I think it's called the Waterfront Seafood Grill, which was cute, but also I think the most pretentious thing that I experienced, not because it was just like the manager seemed a little taken back, or she didn't know what to say, or awkward, or maybe she was pretentious. I don't know. It was just her vibe was like, and I'm like, bitch, yeah, I'm here. I didn't want to start off with wine because we were like, okay, are we gonna like pop this bottle in the hotel? It's like, you know how you like start with wine or one thing, then you have to like continue with that. I'm like, okay, so if we pop this bottle before we leave, are we gonna keep drinking wine all night? And it was already kind of late. Or are we gonna like have cocktails? And so I was like, no, let's have cocktails and eat, and then we'll do the wine the next day. So the cocktails were okay. The food was okay. It was a little overly creative, where the flavor it just didn't make sense. What I found was that Napa, California, downtown is really small, seems like. We were able to get from one end to the other very quickly, but there's loads of shit in the downtown. Loads of things to do. You could do stuff downtown, you could do stuff on the outskirts and the other little towns around it. Like, it's all very close and there's loads of things to do. So I love that. And I just kept saying that, like, oh my goodness, this, like, it's so charming. Like, it's so romantic. Like, everybody was so nice. The weather was perfect. Perfect. It was borderline cold. Like, it was breezy and like super chill. And everybody was like, this is really weird weather for us. Like, it's normally not this cold. This is actually fucking up our crops and our harvest that's coming up. It's delaying things. We don't know what this is, but it's like we haven't gotten rain in 30 years, something dramatic. But they're like, we don't get rain, and it rained for like 2 days straight, pouring, and it's cold, and it's normally like 90 degrees, and we're over it. And I was like, well, this is perfect weather for us. It's a little cold, but it feels amazing. It's gorgeous. Everybody was so kind. Like, just walking down the street, people would stop, move out of your way, and be like, hi, how are you? It's so good to see you. Glad to see you here. And I'm like, that is nice. The people were so nice. Every once in a while, you get an old biddy who's just like, you know, doing that whatever. Very, very rare. But for the most part, the people were just super kind, fun, laid back, easygoing, wanting to talk. The pace of life is like really slow. Like, you can tell it's a wine town. Nobody's in a rush to do shit. They're sitting, they're drinking, they're eating, they're chit-chatting, and then they're having a, you know, like a coffee or something and talking some more. So it was just really, really nice. And I'm already like, okay, I want to go back, and here's all the things that I want to do. Okay, and then I want to go back again, and here's all the things that I want to do. You know, so it was cool. So the second day was the Napa Valley wine train, which I didn't want to do at first because I'm like, I can't justify the cost of this experience for like what I'm getting. And I got like the lowest tier package, and it went up. Like, you could go all the way up to like $4,000 for a ticket and do some stuff, right? And I'm like, okay, that's not for me. But even like this lower cost, like, I can't justify the cost. And so I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna skip that. I don't want to be stuck on a train using up hours where I could be free and doing stuff. But it's like, sure, but like, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna walk downtown? Like, you have to like reserve like a tasting, like a wine tasting, or a meal or a dinner or something. Like, you have to reserve it. So I was like, I don't want to have to try and figure out which vineyards or which wineries are gonna let me do this on a this day and a that day and da 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 da. I was like, let me just do this and see. And it ended up being amazing, like so much fun. The train is also an old train, and typically I don't really like old stuff. It's not my vibe. I don't really care for like the whole vintagey, old-timey, back in the day, blah blah blah. I don't really like that stuff. But between the hotel and the train, it was very, like, I appreciated it. It was not as bad as, it just was not. So you go, and it wasn't far from the hotel again, which hats off to me. Like, I made a good choice. You drive to the train station and you check in and you kind of kick back, and there's a gift shop and like small winery in the station where you could like get drinks and just chill. Or it was like a wine bar. You can get wine and chill out until your like party is called or whatever. You could shop, you could take pictures, blah blah blah. So didn't do any of that. Well, we browsed and like took pictures, but I'm like, I'm not trying to, like, this is how they get you with money, right? So I was like, no, let me just chill. Get on the train, get situated, and they start you off with, I'm pretty sure it was Chandon, which was their sparkling wine. And it was just so, it was so nice. So cute. They do like a train toast, so like your group, and we had like our own car. It was a small group, and we were just like doing our own thing. And like, of course, the train obviously has windows on both sides. There is this one package, same train. There is this one package that was like thousands more expensive, where it's like not only the sides of the train you could see out of, but there's like a glass dome that you can see out of. And I'm like, what's the point of that? The grapes aren't up here. They're over here and over here. But anyway, so great seats, Shandong to start. And then like whatever you could order additional like wines or like additional wine tastings if you wanted, excuse me, non-alcoholic drinks, coffee, hot chocolate, like whatever you wanted. It was like the Wine Express. And then it was like a 3-course lunch, which was delicious. Starting off with bread, and then like a really, really good salad. I got a beet salad. That's the other thing. It's really hard to eat poorly in Napa. I mean, obviously everything is, I won't even say mom and pop, but there are no franchises anywhere, come to think of it. Not that I was looking for it, but there are no franchises downtown or really on the outskirts. Like you have to get out far before you start seeing like fast food. But when you're there, it is really hard to eat poorly. Like everything is like fresh, really well made. It was just good. So I had a beet salad with feta, I think, or no, it was goat cheese. I ate goat cheese the whole time and it was so good. Yeah. And then for lunch, I ended up having, oh my God, the meatiest, biggest piece of perfectly cooked salmon over polenta and greens. Oh, so good. And I was a little concerned. I was like, what kind of lunch am I about to get on this moving train, right? No. I would consider that to be 4 stars, a 4-star meal on a train. It was perfectly cooked, perfectly seasoned. The polenta was delicious. Everything was just so good. And then dessert, there were 3 different kinds of desserts, and I was like, I'm already like full of wine and full of food and full of bread. I was like, let me not get this chocolate cake. And so I got the sorbet, and it was like 3 different freshly made sorbets. Like you got a scoop of apricot, a scoop of lime, and a scoop of strawberry. So good. It was so good. I couldn't eat it all, but I really, really wanted to. I was so full, but I really wanted to eat all of that. And I really wanted to eat all my salmon. I could not finish it. And you know I hate to waste food. I really hate to waste food. I really didn't want to let that salmon go, but it was just too much. And then I had a coffee. I know, coffee. I had a coffee and it was delicious, and I'm glad I had it because after the wine train, we decided to go to another wine tasting, but like downtown. And so I really, really, really wanted to go to the Housley winery, and we went, and like pulling up to the area where the winery is, there's like medium parking, right? So I'm parking and I'm like, oh my God, is that her? Let me back up. So the Housley winery is it's a family owned winery, but like right now, Adam Housley and Tamara Mowry Housley, she doesn't hyphenate her name. Her name is Tamara Housley. You know, Tia and Tamara. Her and her husband Adam, they have this winery. And so when I pull up and park, I see her in the parking lot. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. Is that her? Like, you might go to a place like a celebrity restaurant or a celebrity whatever, or like whatever, but you don't expect to see them there. Like, yeah, that's their business, but like they're off doing other shit. She was in the park. She was right there. I was like, seriously, that's banana boots, like extra large size banana boots that she's like, we're pulling up to patron, and she's here like it's normal. And it is. She is another person just like the rest of us, kinda, not really, but she's just like out there, and I'm like, oh my god. So walk up and hold on, let me make sure you're recording, because if you're not, I'm gonna be pissed. So walk up and go inside the winery, and I don't know what you call them. They're not bartenders because they're just serving wine. Not just serving wine, but they're like sommeliers, but they're not sommeliers, but they're not bartenders. So what do you call them? He was like, welcome in, and yes, that was Tamara. And I was like, oh my god. Like, I already had my freak out in the car, but oh my god. Yeah, I yeah, saw her. And then, so we like sit and decide from the wine menu what we want. The not sommelier, not bartender is like going through each one, and is kind of like talking about blah blah blah, talking about his backstory, talking about how great they are, how great it is to like work with them, and like how special Tamara is, and like, and I'm like, this is so cool. So we're just like going down trying shit. It's a beautiful day. Like the breeze, like it's just chill. It's like straight out of a Hallmark movie, this town. It's like people are just walking by with their kids, their dogs, smiling, waving. The sun is shining, but it's not hot. It's just beautiful. Tamara is running around. What? It was cool. Music. Oh, that's the other thing. Everywhere that there was music playing, it was coming off of someone's playlist, and the someone that was playing it had amazing taste. Like, it was music that I would not necessarily correlate to people in Napa Valley while they're drinking wine, but I should, because it's like wine and more soulful music with depth go together. And everybody was playing good ass soulful music. We're talking about Marvin. We're talking about Sade. We're talking about Patty. We're talking about Jacques even. Just, it was really cool. So then I'm drinking, and my back is facing the winery. The doors are open, right? All the doors are open on the shops or whatever. And I choose to sit outside because I love sitting outside. My back is to the winery, and I'm just like vibing, sipping wine, deciding on which ones I'm gonna buy. And Adam, Tamara's husband, walks by and like checks and is like greeting and like, hey, how you doing? Is everything's good? Have fun. Good to meet you. Thank you. Whatever. And then I was like, he's like, cool, right? And then another time, like, so he's like speaking to us, and then like heading, like going one way. And then on the way back, it's him and Tamara, and they're like behind me talking. And oh my God, I've never been starstruck as an adult. So this was a really weird reaction for me. Like, I freaked myself out of like how I react. It was just so weird. It's one thing to like see television personalities, celebrities, musicians. It's one thing to see them in a concert. It's one thing to see them on TV. It's a whole other thing to see them in the wild. Like, it's just regular. So when they walk back, and Adam is like going into the winery, doing business, everyday shit, and Tamara like stops, and she's got the most beautiful, brightest smile, and is talking to us and is just like, hey, blah. I don't even know. I honestly don't even know what she said because I couldn't even look at her. I was so starstruck, and she's so beautiful and bright, and just like, it was just the oddest thing to see her in real life right behind me. I couldn't even look at her. It was weird feeling. She is gorgeous, and like her beauty, like you can feel it, right? I don't know. So then they leave, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening right now? This is so cool and random, right? So then we probably sat there just vibing out for, I don't know, it felt like longer than an hour, but not quite 2 hours, maybe. I don't fucking know. So we were chit-chatting it up with the not sommelier, not bartender, and, you know, getting some pours and trying to decide what we're gonna buy. So it was probably like an hour and a half, because I'm like, okay, I want this, this, and this, and this. And after that, go back to the car, drop stuff off because bottles were heavy. And then we found that Adam also has a coffee shop, like in this down, like a couple stores down from the winery. So we're like, okay, let's go check that out. And I'm sure that they serve more than coffee there, but it seems like it's mostly a coffee shop, but it looks like a bar, like a really cool ass bar, but it also looks like a coffee shop. So like the seating and everything is like a compilation of like upcycled leather furniture where you can just chill and read and like have a coffee or whatever. There's a fireplace and shit. But then also the other side of it looks like Coyote Ugly, and they like, I don't know how long you weren't recording, but that's annoying. Stop, listen, I'm telling you a good story. So we're sitting at the coffee shop just chilling, and Adam and Tamara come in, like they leave, and then like a couple hours later they come back and they come into the coffee shop. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It was easy to talk to Adam because I honestly I didn't know who he was other than the spouse of. So I wasn't as starstruck because like he just seemed like a really cool ass guy who has businesses, right? So he was like easier to like talk to and look at and like whatever, listen to. But then here comes Tamara's pretty ass, and I'm just like, oh my god, are you talking right now? Are you looking my way and talking? Just gorgeous. It was really cool. So I'm like, okay, again, like, can we just hang out? Can you just give us a tour of like Napa? Show us what Napa has to offer aside from you. And it was interesting because it was like hella people in the coffee shop and walking around on the street, and everybody's just like going on with their day like this isn't crazy, like that's not Tamara, you know what I mean? Like it was just normal. Everybody was just normal, and I'm like, okay, all right, keep your cool, E. Keep your cool. This is everyday life. She is a person just like anybody else. They've probably been there, done that. Like, it's no big deal at this point. She's, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay. Be chill. What I will say is this. I don't have any pictures or videos to show for this experience that I'm talking to you about right now because I just could not ask. I could not ask. Like, I didn't want to be that person to be like, oh, excuse me, can I take a picture? Like, she's just trying to get through her fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many times, well, maybe she doesn't even get it that much in Napa, but there's a lot of visitors that come to Napa that don't know. So I don't know. I feel bad for like people who like have some sort of like notoriety to where it might just be hard to live a normal ass day or a normal life. And so like I never want to like add to that annoyance or whatever. And I could be totally projecting. She could have totally been like, you know what, yeah, like this is no big deal, like I'm cool with it. But I didn't ask, and she didn't offer, and that would be weird for her to offer, like, hey, you want to take a picture with me? What if we didn't know? We knew who we shoot with. We knew, obviously, but yeah, nothing to show for it but the memory and the bottles of wine. So let me quit chit-chatting and just show you what I got. I don't want to start with that because that was from another place, but see that? These bottles are so heavy. So heavy. I've been waiting for you to unbox what I got. I got 3 bottles. Oh my God. I prefer a white wine. I like a red wine, but I tend to like a Spanish red. So I prefer white. This Casablanca, let me think about it. I got a Pinot Grigio, this Casablanca, and then I also tried the Sauvignon Blanc, which I like a Sauvignon Blanc, but this was like the sweetest wine, even for a dessert wine that I've ever had. I did not care for it. I thought I was going to love it. I did not love it because it was so sweet. But that was to be anticipated because the not sommelier, not bartender said, think about the sweetest wine that you've ever had, and this is probably sweeter. And he was absolutely right. So I was like, no. But this Casablanca 2023 house white wine is so good. Like as soon as I like tasted this, I was thoroughly impressed. Like it's all that I could talk about, think about the rest of the evening. So this is 34% Symphony, 34% Sauvignon Blanc, 32% Muscat. Ugh, so delicious. Bottled by Housley's Century Oak Winery. This is so good. And see how pretty it is? Ugh, just premium shit. All right, so I got that one. And then this one, this is the Pinot Grigio, which was also really, really good, but not, this is my favorite. The Casablanca is my favorite. This was my second favorite. This is the Housley 2023 Napa Valley Pinot Grigio. Yum. This small batch Napa Valley Pinot Grigio is crisp with flavors of pear, apple, white nectarine, and hints of lemon. It is best served cold with an amazing balance of acidity. Enjoy. Oh, it's so good. So that's that one. And then the third one that I got is never going to be opened. This wine is called Sister Wine. It's a rosé, and this is specifically done by Tamara and her sister, but it's to support, I think it was like breast cancer. Okay, Sister Wine 2022 rosé wine. It's more than association, society, or community. It's about sharing moments and thoughts and dreams while celebrating triumphs. It's about being there for each other and doing anything and everything you can to help one another. It's family, not only by blood, but by loving unconditionally, so have fun with the girls. Sister Wine. I should have taken a picture of like the story, but the reason why I keep like interrupting myself is because I can hear the camera doing shit, and when I hear the camera doing shit, it's either like cutting off or like stopping to record or whatever. Anyways, I'm butchering this right now. The Sister Wine has merch that goes with it, and I think with every purchase of merch and the bottle of wine, it goes, I'm pretty sure, I thought it was like breast cancer or like some part of like women's cancer. So I was like, I definitely want to get one of these bottles to show for like us meeting Tamara and going to the Housley Winery, and like I just never want to open this. I think it's so pretty, but I also like wanted to support the cause. So this is the one that I got, even though I did not try it. I wanted this. So those are my 3. In hindsight, I feel like I should have got 2 Casablancas, one to drink immediately and one to savor. So those are my 3 bottles. Okay. So then after the winery, went back to the hotel, regrouped, and then came back downstairs and crossed the courtyard to the restaurant right next to us, or like attached to in the mill. And we went to the Celadon. Girl, Celadon was so sexy. So sexy. So of course you didn't have to, but we went through the alley of like flowers and foliage, and it's like you have dinner in, I don't even know how to explain it, in like the main part is like the courtyard, like it's an enclosed courtyard where there's literal like vines growing on the inside of the restaurant up the wall into the brick. There's a fireplace in the middle, and it's just really sexy. It's like low mood lighting, chill, but also like kind of upscale. Food was good. What did I even get? More cocktails, which I was concerned about because I'm like, okay, we've been drinking wine all day and now we're gonna switch over to cocktails, but it was fine. Cocktail was super yum. What did I get to eat? I think I got another salad with goat cheese. The bread was yum with the oil. What did I get? Oh, fried calamari, which was, oh my God, how could I forget? I got fried calamari that was tossed in a ginger honey sauce. I would not have even thought of that combination, but it was so good. It was like lightly drizzled and tossed. The calamari was like tender. So good. And they gave you so much that of course I took it away, and it was so good that I could eat it cold later. So yeah. So bread, salad, fried calamari, and what else was there? There was something else. Maybe like, oh, there was also like a sweet chili shrimp. That was good. That was good. And then cocktails. The cocktail, I think I got a martini of some kind. I don't remember. There was a lot of drinks and a lot of food, and I tasted everything. I drank everything. I ate everything. So that was cool. I would definitely recommend going to the Celadon. Then after that, went back to the chocolate shop, and some pieces were got. Took a walk around the mill. Really nice little evening walk. And then that was it. And then, let me think. Okay, so then the next day, breakfast in the hotel room, which was yum. So they sent up fresh baked goods from Sweetie Pies. Not Sweetie Pies, but Sweetie Pies, the bakery in Napa, California, which was also downstairs, a part of the mill. Fresh baked pastries every morning to your room. And I'm talking about like chocolate drizzled croissants, banana nut muffins, banana nut bread muffins, carrot cake muffins, cinnamon roll, like big ass cinnamon rolls. What else? Apple danishes. I think there were a total of 3 boxes of fresh baked pastries, each with like 5 or 6 pieces in it. Yum. So did that, and then like what I really wanted to do was like shopping and go to the Oxbow Public Market, which was also not too far away. So I was like, okay, well, before we go to the market, let me go back downstairs to the lobby of our hotel, because the lobby also had, I wouldn't even call it a gift shop. It's like more than gifts. It was like a shop full of like locally handmade things. And there was like this purse in there that I really liked and wanted, because I saw it like the first or the second day and I was like, damn, that's good. And it's a good price. And I was like, okay, should I wait to go to the market to see what there is and then come back and see, or should I just get this? And so I was like, you know what, I can't hold it anymore. Like, I really want this bag. So went back down to the shop, picked up this bag. And did I get anything else there? I didn't get anything else there, but isn't she cute? This is so cute. This is a Susan Joy, or is it Joy Susan? It says Joy Susan, and this is called the Becca, and it's just so cute. I love it so much. I've been itching to pull this out and like use it, but I'm like, don't pull it out until you do this video. So she's cute. What's all this stuff in here? There's 2 straps. I don't need all that. So the inside of Becca has like a floral print. I don't know if you can see that, but a floral print, which is charming. The tag Joy Susan in here, and then there's like a zipper to hide little cutesy things, right? And I'm like, oh my god, I love it so much. All right, let's put the hooks on. So you can either do a short, like little shoulder strap, oh, well, I guess I need to open it. You could do a short little shoulder strap, which I think is adorable. Or you can do a long strap. Let's do the short one first. Why am I struggling with this? Because I'm excited. Okay. Look how freaking cute. And totally me. Oh, there's a back compartment. What do you call this? Like, there's this in the back, which I love because I can just slip my phone in there really quick. But look how cute. A little shoulder, or like just hold her like this. My arms are long though, so usually when this might be too long. So there's that, or you can do the long strap. And here's the long strap. And you could do like, I don't know how you call it, like crossbody, not crossbody, cross shoulder. Okay. I would even wear it like that. That's kind of cute with both things on here. That's so cute with the buckle. Smells good. That's my purse. Okay, that's from the hotel shop. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so then we went, I got this and then went to the Oxbow Public Market, which is like an indoor, let me think. It's an indoor farmer's market slash locally made stuff. So it was like, I don't know, just like, it's an indoor farmer's market. Anybody that has something that they grow or make at home or on a farm or on their vineyard or whatever the fuck, you go to the Oxbow to purchase it, like groceries, oils, of course foods like ice creams, cakes, I don't like, just whatever the fuck. There was cheeses. Oh, my cheese is in there. Just whatever the fuck. So I got we went to this amazing place. Shout out to Ariel. Whole Spice Napa Valley. I have been looking for one of these here in Phoenix, and I'm sure that there is one, and I'm gonna have to find it when I'm ready, because I already feel like it's not gonna be as good as this spicery, okay? Jars and jars and jars, walls and like islands full of jars of spices that you've never even fucking heard of. Spiced sugar, herbed sugar, like just whatever you can think of is in this spicery. I went nuts, because you know I like to eat. And in order to like to eat, you gotta like to cook. That's not true. Plenty of y'all like to eat and don't know how to cook, or don't like to. But I love to cook. Girl, oh, just smelling it. I got so many spices. Yes. Oh. And they ship. So I already want to like put in my order to have more spices shipped. I need spice jars, custom spice jars that I can put all these in now. And I'm getting rid of that grocery store shit. I am. Oh, these are all the spices I got, and they smell amazing. So the first one that I have here is lavender sugar. Don't ask me what I'm gonna do with it. Something fun. Lavender infused sugar. It smells like those other spices, because they've been sitting in here together for a week. Lavender sugar is just lavender sugar. It's not like whatever. Can't smell it because these other spices are overpowering it. This is one of them that's overpowering. This is smoked cherry wood salt. Smoked cherry wood salt. I wish you could see the color of it. It is literally like a purpley cherry smoked color. And it is strong as fuck. You need a little teeny bit on whatever meat you're making, or whatever. I would definitely do a meat, and I'm thinking I would do a beef, not a chicken or a fish. That protein might be too light, but I would do a beef, and I don't even eat beef. But I smelled this and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. You probably can't see. Okay. Then I think I got the most. Everything was like in, I think I did 3 ounces. And here I may have asked for 6. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to check, because did I do double? Maybe I did double because I noticed that it was going out and it just smells so good. Anyways, get to it, E. I got harissa spice. Oh my god, it smells so good. Between this and the cherry wood, these are like what's taking up majority of the scent, or it's like overpowering everything else. But this harissa spice, can you imagine the curry that I'm gonna make? It's not a curry, but then I got Spanish paprika because my mom has been talking about Spanish paprika for years and talking about how she can never find it and like how good it is and blah blah blah. So when I finally saw it, I was like, yeah, let me get that. Spanish paprika. Don't ask, I don't know. I don't know what's special about it, but I got some. Then I got, oh, here's the curry. The Vindaloo curry. Oh, whoa. Yeah, okay, you can smell the paprika. You can smell the shit through the plastic. Oh, that harissa smells so good. I almost want to put this in some chili, honestly. Something on my eye. I'm tripping. I want to put this harissa in some chili. That's what it smells like. The curry, the Vindaloo curry. Got to be careful with that. That'll take you out. Had to have some curry. And then the last one is the Napa Valley rub. Now this would go very nicely on a chicken or maybe some fish. Let me just see. I know for sure chicken. It could go on chicken or fish. I just don't know what kind of fish because I typically don't eat fish other than salmon. I'm not seeing salmon for this, but I'm seeing chicken and I don't know. But I can tell it's got like some fennel, some like chili flakes in here and some other things. This Napa Valley rub, had to have it. This actually might go on some steak too. I'm not a steak eater, but I could see that going on steak, but mostly chicken. So those are my spices from Whole Spice Napa Valley. I need some nice jars to put these in. I need a whole like spice jar set. Yeah, and I definitely want to order some more. So after Oxbow, oh wait, what else did I get? I went to there's like an organic shop inside of the market where they sold like like local produce and stuff. And I did get, and I think I showed you this when I was actually making this stuff or trying to, but I got some really nice tomatoes, and I got like a pound of tomatoes, and I got a pound of figs, and that was yum. I had to eat those quick because that's fresh produce and you got to eat it fast. And then what else? Oh, I got the oils and I got the blood orange extra virgin olive oil and the peach balsamic, white balsamic. I showed you that as I was making salad. And then what else? Oh, the goat cheese. Hold please. Are you still recording? Because I was eating like salads with goat cheese the whole time, and it was just so delicious and creamy, and it was not bothering me at all. I was like, I want some of this cheese, some Napa Valley cheese to take home. So there was a cheese station in the market. I don't know what you call that. It's not a dairy, a cheese station. And I was like, can you just point me in the direction of the goat cheese and tell me what's best and da 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 da. And he did, and so I got, wait, I thought I got more than this. Or no, okay, I was considering getting a goat cheese Gouda, and I was considering a midnight something or something other, and I didn't. I just got double, is that right? Where's my receipt? I don't know. I got 2 slices of the Humboldt Fog goat cheese, Cypress Grove. And there's like this whole story behind this lady and this cheese. I think it was this cheese, or was it the other one that I didn't get? I'm pretty sure it was the Humboldt Fog. This story about this lady whose like daughters were super lactose intolerant, and so she was like trying to find solutions for her, and she started making goat cheese and like product, like baking and cooking and stuff with goat's milk and like whatever, and it like changed everybody's lives. And so now she has this to sell. And I'm butchering the story, but like just Google Humboldt Fog goat cheese. I haven't tried it yet. I'm trying to not waste it. So Okay, and then one of the things that we were looking for is the distillery, which used to be in the Oxbow Public Market, and we like circled that place looking for it and could not find it. The distillery to get like your liquors, right? So we really wanted to see about some bourbon and some stuff, and we could not find it. Turns out, and we were like driving all over Napa for this, but turns out that this distillery had moved downtown, and so we went downtown, found the distillery, and it was super cute, super cute. Took video of that, I'm sure. And just got to tasting stuff and smelling stuff and just like vibing. There was bourbon, there was whiskey, there was vodka, there was gin, lots of stuff. There were bitters, there were shrubs. Shrubs is a new one for me, and I'm like, what the hell is a shrub? It sounds too close to shroom, and I don't want any of those. But a shrub, I think, is like another type of bitter. It's a mix-in that you can use not only with like your alcohol, but also like, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want, she said, teas, like, I don't know. So I got a couple things from the distillery, and this is called the Napa Valley Distillery, simply put. So the shrub that I got is called